Boy, you're my wife!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Those Were the Days, or as you might know it, All in the Family. So this episode should be pretty interesting. I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't exactly remember what it's about, but it should be a pretty interesting story. We're still pretty new into the seasons here. We're only in season 3 of 9. Now, I do have a question for you guys, and I would like to know, when do you think All in the Family starts to get either repetitive or slow? I do remember at some point it kind of seeming like, okay, now these characters are gone and these characters are gone, and it just kind of turned more into a dramedy than a sitcom. But I might be wrong, that's just my opinion. But I would like to know what you guys think. When did it start to slow down in the funny and turn more serious? I believe it's maybe after season 5 it starts to get a little more serious and a little more drama than it is funny. But that's because you can only go so far with a sitcom, and there is 9 seasons. So I want to know what you guys think. This episode should be pretty interesting, so let's find out what's happening in the bunker house. Here we go.
Those were the days.
Good morning, Michael dear.
Never mind the good morning. Look at this.
Okay.
I'm sick and tired of putting on this shirt, finding there's no button there.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you to fix it, didn't I?
Fix it yourself.
Sew it on now!
Okay, Mike is being a pain.
Where's it written down that a woman has to do all the sewing?
Right?
Gloria, you're my wife!
Okay, and?
What's that got to do with it? You sew it on.
Right? You're a man, do it.
You got the sewing kit!
Right, I'll show you where the sewing kit is.
I'll go get it for you right now.
No. You do it better than me. You always do it.
Right.
That's because I want to, not because you order me to.
True. Already starting off with entertainment here.
No, you don't, Ma. He's gonna do it himself.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know you liked sewing.
He doesn't like sewing. He should know how to sew, though.
Whatever you're gonna do, meathead, do it in quiet.
Right.
Can't a person get a cheerful good morning around here no more?
Right.
Good morning.
Well, you got what you wanted.
Not from you, Edith. We already seen each other upstairs.
True.
Yeah, but that was lying down.
Okay, that's fair.
Remember? Both woke up together.
Oh, geez, she's going into her little story.
And I said, good morning, Archie, and you rolled over.
Right. Archie's not a morning person. He's also not an afternoon person. He's not much of a night person either, so...
Where's my regular prune juice?
Said this kind tasted just the same.
Okay.
Tell Sybil Gooley I don't drink prune juice for the taste.
You drink prune juice for the prune juice, then?
Edith, how am I gonna dip my toast into a hard yolk?
Okay.
You men treat us like unpaid servants.
Okay.
Mike, what did you do to your finger?
He pricked his finger.
Cut yourself, Michael?
Yeah, I'm just acting silly over that stupid button.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you were right. I was wrong.
Well, they worked it out. That was quick.
I stuck my finger with the needle when I was trying to sew the button on.
That's a lot of blood for a needle prick.
You, the husband, was sewing something?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, if you don't know, I ain't gonna tell you.
Oof. Wow. The insinuation there.
He's the husband, he ain't supposed to be doing that. That's a wife's job.
Okay.
But a male chauvinist attitude.
He grew up when that was a thing.
You see, there was this Frenchman, and his name was Chauvin,
Okay.
and he was the original chauvinist.
Okay.
Piano player, too.
That's Chopin.
Ma, that's Chopin.
See?
Chauvin was an officer with Napoleon.
Right.
What does a dead frog soldier got to do with me?
You see, so Chauvin believed that everything French was best, and that women were no good.
Okay. Frog is a derogatory for French people, just in case you didn't know.
Self-respecting American husband to do his own sewing.
What about Dr. Nelson? He does a lot of sewing.
People, Edith, he sews on people.
Right.
He must have practiced on something before he started.
Wow. Okay.
You were gonna tell me something about a surgeon and you never finished.
Oh, yeah, that was the riddle that
Okay.
Tammy Robinson told me. I bet you'll never guess it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, she's the girl that's running the female fair exhibition down at the store.
Okay.
What a day this is gonna be. And look at that rain out there, read it.
Well, I'm sorry.
She can't control the weather.
You got her saying she's sorry like it's her fault it's raining.
Right.
Well, it ain't my fault.
Right. It's nobody's fault.
What's about the riddle?
Now, you see, there's this father and his son,
Okay.
and they're driving along in a car.
Right.
And the car crashes, and the father is killed.
Okay.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's only a story.
Right.
Father is killed, and the little boy is badly injured.
Okay.
Surgeon walks in and says, I can't operate on this boy. He's my son.
Okay.
How come?
Well, that's easy. He ain't supposed to operate on his own family.
Okay.
Was the stepfather was killed and the surgeon's the real father.
No?
Okay.
Was the Christian Scientist. They never operated.
Okay. What?
Them dumbbells don't even allow sickness.
Oh, okay. Okay. Shots fired.
Father was dead. What's the difference? What kind of a religious nut he was?
Right.
The father was a priest, right? Like a Catholic father.
No?
Okay.
Father and his real son.
Huh. Okay.
Father's killed. The son is rushed to the hospital.
Right.
Surgeon walks in, says, I can't operate on that boy. He's my son.
Right.
Is it a case of mistaken identity?
That's wrong.
They're both gay. The parents are gay. Not in this show, though.
Maybe the answer has something to do with people that come back from the hereafter.
He's a zombie.
Like that milk company.
Oh, reincarnation?
Wow. Okay. Okay. Instant carnation?
I bet I get it before you do.
What are you talking about? A quarter you don't?
Okay. Got a little bit now.
Tammy is so smart to think up a hard riddle.
Right.
You know, the whole female fair was all her idea.
Okay.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, it's Tammy's idea for an exhibition on the women's liberation movement.
Oh, fun.
Another one of them. You letting your wife get mixed up in that? I got a feeling that female fairs is run by female fairies.
Okay.
I know a female fairy.
What female fairy do you know?
Right.
Tinkerbell and
Wow. Wrong kind of fairy.
the senior class put on Peter Pan.
Long story.
Is the curtain down? Good, because I got the answer to that there riddle over there.
Okay, let's hear it.
The kid on the operating table was his own double.
What?
Double. You know what a double is?
Like a twin?
Like in that picture, The Prince and the Paupers.
Okay. Someone that looks like him?
Well, any Jake can sit there saying wrong. I don't hear you coming up with nothing.
Right.
We got a bet that I come up with it before you, that's all.
Right. 6 months later.
Gloria, don't you say nothing to him in there.
I won't say anything.
Okay.
I don't want no answers being given to nobody.
He's getting riled up over something dumb.
Are you Tammy?
Yes.
Quick, what's the answer to the surgeon?
He's trying to cheat now.
Gloria told me you asked the answer.
Right.
Tammy, did you tell me anything?
No, I didn't.
Right.
But you asked her.
Case closed.
Come on.
Yeah, but she didn't tell him.
Gloria, I think we should tell them. Nobody ever gets it anyway.
Right.
They're always saying men are smarter than women, so let them figure it out for themselves.
Okay.
You know, it's really not a riddle at all. There's a very simple answer.
Okay.
Maybe that's the trouble. Maybe it's too simple. I mean, you're looking at an old riddle guy here.
Okay.
Toughies, like, for instance, knock knock, who's there? Band leader's initials?
Oh,
Okay.
think up the name of a famous band leader, but you just give the initials.
Okay.
That sounds like fun. May I try?
Okay.
PW.
Okay.
Paul Whiteman.
Hey, look at Tammy. She
Hey, she got it. Okay. Don't know who that is, but okay.
TD.
Tommy
Dorsey.
Right.
Thought of a good one. You two go over there, sit down.
Okay.
EC.
Okay.
Well, Eddie Condon's EC, but ain't the EC I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Eddie Cochran?
I never heard of him.
So?
Well, if I never heard of him, he ain't the right EC.
Duh.
You all give up?
Yeah.
Xavier Cougar.
Wow. Okay.
X. Xavier begins with an X.
No human being begins his name with an X.
Xavier does.
Heard it a million times. Xavier Cougar. E-G-Z.
It's not really Xavier, it's just Xavier.
Oh, Mr. Bunker, may I have one of your cigars?
What?
Not going to smoke it. I'd like to borrow it for the display board.
Oh, okay.
It helps to point up some of the more negative aspects of the male stereotype.
Okay.
What I get against you women libertines there
Libertines.
don't want to do the jobs you was meant to do, which is housewives.
Okay.
Mothballs.
What?
I love the smell of mothballs.
Oh, I thought she was talking about stuff that women are supposed to do.
Why don't you go up to the closet in the attic and enjoy yourself? If you don't want to do that, then do your job. Finish soon.
Ooh, okay.
Take it for granted that women can do no other job. Women can do anything.
Okay.
Anything left over?
Oh,
Women make some of the finest leaders in the world.
Like who?
Like Golda Meir.
okay.
Them Hebes has been ruled by Jewish mothers since time began.
Oof, wow.
What about Mrs. Gandhi?
Okay.
I didn't know Mrs. Gandhi was Jewish.
She's not.
She's the Prime Minister of India.
There you go.
Any country that worship a cow would put anybody in charge.
Loophole.
Now listen to what Tammy found in the Bible. The Bible! Listen to this.
Okay.
For man is the image and glory of God,
Okay.
but the woman is the glory of man. St. Paul, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 7.
Okay.
You want to hear what the Orthodox Jew says every morning in his prayers?
Okay.
I can live without it.
I can live without it.
Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, that I was not born a woman.
Ouch.
Like I always say, there's some good in all religions.
Koran. Men are superior to women because God has given them preeminence.
Okay.
When I hear things like that, I thank God I'm an atheist.
Wait, you thank God you're an atheist. You're a moron.
You ain't one of them unbelievers like that meathead over here.
Okay.
Oh, I go to church, Mr. Bunker, but I don't have to agree with everything in the Bible.
Okay.
Like abortion laws.
Abortion on Sunday.
Oh boy, here we go.
Get off the woman's body on a Sunday. Talking about things like that in this house.
Right.
Even the president of the US of A took time out to say that that was wrong.
Okay.
Nixon would soon change his mind if he got pregnant.
This was an issue even back then.
Where are you going, Arch?
Down Kelsey's bar, read it, where people still have a little respect for the Sabbath.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, do you know any Polish jokes?
Are you kidding? I got one living in the house with me.
Oh, okay.
Tell you what, though, I got a great riddle for you.
Yeah?
Anybody here good at riddles?
Oh boy. But you don't know the answer to it yet.
Well, that's good, 'cause here it is, and it's a toughie.
Okay.
Boy, that kid was lucky. Did I ever tell you about the nut that operated on me?
He wants the answer, he doesn't want your story.
Get back to the riddle, huh?
Right?
Because the son was a son-in-law.
Okay.
That ain't it, no.
Like in them weirdo movies. The dead guy transports himself out of his own corpse.
She said it's simple and logical.
Well, then I give up. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, Bonnie, you can't figure it out?
Gotta be a first time, Arch. This is a tough one.
Right.
What's the answer?
He doesn't even know.
Geez, Bonnie, I thought you was gonna tell me.
You mean you don't know the answer?
Nope.
You knocked the answer right out of my head.
Right.
And I re-remember it, and I will. I ain't gonna tell none of you.
You know that one where that jerk is always criticizing his wife's coffee?
Okay.
Just once I'd like to see her pour the whole pot over his head.
Right.
What's the answer to that there surgeon riddle?
Right.
Bigger and a more important bet with some real men down in Kelsey's bar.
Right.
I think I have the answer to the riddle.
Okay.
The surgeon was the boy's mother.
Right.
Oh, good for you, Mrs. Bunker.
Two parents.
Never entered my head that a woman could be a surgeon. Look at the way I've been trained to think.
Like a chauvinist.
Right.
Well, if that's the answer, that's the dumbest riddle I ever heard.
We've all been conditioned to believe that only men can be surgeons.
Right. I've seen this episode and I forgot the answer, so.
There are thousands of women surgeons in the world.
In your oriental countries where they got that there chinky punctures.
Ooh, okay. He's hitting everybody today.
It's made up by a woman. Got a make-believe woman doctor in it there. Ain't surprised that you got it, cause it's a woman's riddle.
Okay.
I don't want to hear no more about it. Give me back my cigar.
Oh, and that is it. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, so that was All in the Family. It's a funny episode, I got to admit. This one was pretty good. That riddle, I don't even remember what it was from when I first saw it. Good refresher on that riddle slash thought experiment. So pretty interesting to see that Archie kind of gets wound up. Most of what the women were saying is right. And we've had this discussion before. I believe if a woman wants to go to work, go to work. Wants to stay at home, stay at home. It shouldn't be your role versus their role. If you want to do something, do it. If you want to do something else, do that. I think that everyone should learn basic life skills as a single, living by himself guy. Learning how to sew and maintain your stuff is kind of a necessity, because there is no, as they would put it, there's no woman here to do what they would say, woman's work.
Make the fire, fix the breakfast, wash the dishes, do the mopping.
So, yeah, you have to really adapt to yourself. And just like if a woman was living by herself, which I'm sure there's plenty of you out there, you have to do what is considered the man's job. Things like, taking out the trash and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Which is silly because, of course, women can do all that stuff that men can do. Changing the oil, changing a tire, taking out the trash, blah, blah, blah. There's really no such thing as women's work or men's work. There's just more traditional roles of, the men take out the trash and change the oil, change the tires and stuff, and do the plumbing or whatever, where the women, do the sewing, the cooking, the cleaning. Those are gender roles which are kind of abstract nowadays because both do both nowadays, and it's not really a gender-specific thing anymore. So it's just kind of funny that popped up. Of course, this was the early to mid-70s, so yeah, different times for, different folks. So it's funny because, those things are still coming up. They got into the abortion debate. I'm going to leave that one alone because I don't really care. We had some rulings recently that changed things. Again, I'm not going to debate on that. It is what it is. That's all I got to say about that. So moving on from that, Edith figured out the joke, or figured out the riddle. And so it was the mother who was doing the operation. I would have to go back and see if the person telling the joke used a gender-specific, name like he or she, or if they just said surgeon, or if they said, oh, the surgeon couldn't do it, why couldn't he do it, instead of using like a middle ground name like they, why couldn't they do it. It's pretty interesting, the wording, so I'd have to go back and see. It might not be, they might have just said, why couldn't they do the surgery? If she said he, then you would think it has to be a man. So, other than that, all in all, a good story. Funny episode, hitting some interesting topics. Archie being, Archie, Edith being Edith. As we go along, the episodes do get a little more serious at times, but for now, I think this season and next season at least, are pretty sitcom-y, and they don't go into too much dramedy stuff. So, with that being said, all in all, a great episode. So if you guys like this episode, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm and lets more people see this video. It puts me in the recommendations tab. If you guys would also hit the little subscribe button if you haven't already.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
And I do want to thank all of my subscribers. I want to thank you specifically for getting this far in the video. And we will see you next time. Peace.